Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. You are watching my fall card series for 2020. Let's go ahead and jump right into the project. So for today's card, I will be using this stamp from the Rabbit Hole Designs, and this is the Caffeinated Spider. I will also be using this spider web stencil that I went ahead and created on my Silhouette Cameo machine. Alright, so to ink this stencil up, I'm using Black Soot Distress Oxide ink, and I'm doing this very slowly and very carefully. I don't have any adhesive sprays that are temporary to hold down the stencil in place, but I've heard that that is a very good thing to do, especially when you have a very detailed stencil. As I don't use stencils a ton in my projects, I haven't invested in that, but it's definitely something to consider. I've heard that the Pixie spray is really good, and I'm sure there's some other ones out there that are great too. So I'm definitely looking into that if I continue to use stencils. But I just went with the flow and tried to keep it in place and just moved it around if it got adjusted. And I got some pretty good results. And I just love how this turned out. I don't make a ton of Halloween cards, but this year I did because I had a friend request a few to purchase, and she wanted some Halloween cards. So I got to have fun and play and make a few more than I usually do. And I was excited to create this stencil as well in my Silhouette Cameo machine. I know I was working with this spider a little bit last year, and I had this idea to use a spider web, but I don't have any embossing folders or stamps in my collection that has a spider web. So I was like, how do I do this? And I got thinking, and I tried to draw one last year, didn't work, so I just threw out that idea. But then this year, I had picked up some stencil paper, stencil sheets from Amazon, and I've been making a few different stencils here and there. So I found this cut file in the Silhouette Design Store and made a stencil, and I'm loving it. It's so fun, and it's creating some fun results. And the best thing about stencils is the big reveal after you've inked it all up. So that is coming here in a second. Just wait for it. Ta-da! So I love how this turned out. It is so fun. So I'm going to go ahead and add some splatter with some water to react that ink and give it a little bit of a water effect so it's not so plain. And just make it stand out a little bit more. Just getting all of that water splatter dried off, and I kept doing this until I was pleased with the results and the reaction. Right, so now I'm going to go ahead and color up this spider with some Spectrum Norm markers, and this was a very interesting card to make for Halloween. So I ended up making 2 Halloween cards for my friend, and she does not like orange. So I don't know about you, but most people think fall and orange. So she doesn't like orange in general and doesn't really love orange in fall decor. So she's like, you can make me Halloween cards, but don't put any orange in it. So you will not be seeing orange in this coloring, and you will not be seeing orange in this card. So that was definitely interesting to create a fall themed card, a Halloween card with that in mind. So if you were wondering why there's no orange in here, that is why I end up doing a purple spider. And I'm sorry that my hand is covering a little bit of the coloring. It is a small image, and I cannot really help that in this case, but I wanted to go ahead and include this footage just so that you know what colors I'm using if you are wondering, and there will always be links to the supplies used down below in the description box if you are interested. But a very simple coloring. The spider ended up being purple and the cups just various colors. That didn't include orange. I definitely wanted to do orange because my brain's like fall, orange, pumpkins, all of the things, but I did not. So I'm just going to finish up this coloring and then I will finish up the card once the coloring is all done. And I did go ahead and use the white Sakura pen to add a little bit of white highlights to various places on the image. And then I go ahead and fussy cut it out off camera. And then I'm inking up the sentiment from the Rabbit Hole Designs stamp, and that sentiment says "Screams and sugar, please." So I went ahead and stamped that, and then I put it off to the side, and I'm using some sentiments that I created in Word document on my computer. As I don't make a lot of Halloween cards, this is a perfect way to get the sentiment that I needed. And I'm just cutting it down. Then I will bring in some purple cardstock to adhere these sentiments to bring in that purple a little bit more from the spider. And I also felt like I would be losing the sentiments if I just put them down directly on the spider web that I created. It would be too much black and white on the black and white of the spider web. So this really brought them out and made them a focal point on that background design. So I'm just going ahead and trimming these down so that they are the perfect size for that background. And I just want to say, if you have been watching my videos the last little while, I am so sorry that the sound has been off. I recently switched software programs, and it sounded okay on my end, but just trying to work out the sound, I feel like I'm starting at square one again with all of that sound and editing and figuring out a new program. So bear with me. Thank you so much for all of you who still have subscribed and liked my videos and commented. It means a lot to me. Technology is not easy. It is a lot to learn as it evolves and as you get a new program. So thank you so much for your support, and keep watching because I have more content coming your way. And that is why my videos have been a little bit off, but I'm figuring it out and it will be better soon. And it will continue to be better. So I went ahead and adhered those sentiments down to the card. Then the spider and the spider web needed a little bit of sparkle. So this is the Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. And just adding that there to finish up the card. And it's shiny and sparkly and a fun Halloween card without orange. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And turn on that notification bell so you know when I'm going to upload next. Bye for now.